the fastest beast right now. So far, I think it's just a war horse or a riding horse.
Yeah, I've been trying to find like a list of like the animals that I can turn to, like what levels and stuff. And it's
Up to CR 1/2 at which you get at level 4.
Oh.
So a race is happening?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are we doing this?
Athletic checks for all?
Ooh, do I get any bonus because I have a cunning action that lets me dash?
Can I do dexterity?
I'm human.
You can accent church.
Running isn't dashing. It's like this is just like straight up athletics and endurance, just to go a distance as fast as you can go, rather than like a quick burst of speed to get somewhere in like 6 seconds.
Ah, alright.
So
Skippy will be flying.
yes, but it's still athletics.
Woo!
I have a -1 to athletics.
Oh, jeez.
oh,
Are
Oh
you
my
a horse
God.
at the moment?
All right, let's go.
You're a wizard.
Skippy faceplants.
So Skippy
Actually-
tries to actually run, and it looks like a toddler trying to keep up with adults.
Oh my god.
Ara takes lead early and then drops off fast.
Leaf is just like gone.
What is Leaf Leaf, or did she shape into like a animal?
yeah, no, she didn't wild shape.
Just this tiny little zoomy little flash of
Rabbit.
red.
Oh my
kidding
goodness,
us on
that
this.
child has the zoomies.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, gotta go fast.
Like
Speaking of
you're
donuts.
ways away before you realize there's nobody following you anymore.
Actually, no, I did wild shape into this blue hedgehog that has these really weird
Shut
red
up! Shut up!
sweatshirts.
Shut up!
Get out.
Yes.
Does your legs go in a figure 8 too?
Absolutely. Am I really a weird blue hedgehog if my legs don't turn into an 8?
It's true.
I'm so happy right now.
Y'all are weird.
Oh, I should.
Duh.
So, you've had breakfast, you've raced, Sarah was cheering from the cart.
Xanroar's turning over. I need to rest if I want to cast that again. Shush.
Sorry. They were running. Sorry. So,
When we come back after we've eaten and everything, I'll minor illusion in my hand a picture of my sister and say, by the way, have you seen her pass through by any chance?
let me do a roll.
Big Wolf would have been with her.
Glad I remembered that. Can't say I remember any wolves. That would have caused a
Oh.
huge ruckus. With all the birds and horses around.
All right.
Dustin will just crawl back because he has no energy left.
So, are you camping for a time, or are you going to head forward? If you push it, you will be going slower because Shelby went all night long.
I think maybe camping for a little while. Maybe half of the day and then go the rest.
So you could rest for 8 hours. So,
Hey, at that point, Xanroar can cast a spell again.
Did we want a tower, or
That might draw undue attention on the horizon in case somebody is following us.
That's a good point. Can I look around and see if anyone's following us?
Roll a perception.
Temperance would have been keeping an eye out too.
Roll perceptions. Currently, like, you are in the middle of a grasslands. People, it's really hard to sneak up. If someone's capable of sneaking up on you here, they are badass at it. But you do not see anyone approaching as of now.
Skippy, it's up to you. I don't have a problem with it, considering we'll see them coming from a mile away.
Skippy is going to look at Temperance and Xanroar.
Yeah, no need to give them a beacon from a mile away in which to point us out.
I thought
No
you said.
offense.
Nah, that's fine. It's up to you guys.
Xanroar is asleep.
Is there any dictation on which way the tower has to go?
What do you mean?
Could I do it down? Like an inverted tower? Going 2 stories into the ground?
There's nothing that says it can't, but then it's not really a tower, it's a bunker. But that's semantics at that point. But I think it would be harder because you have to displace dirt and whatever's down there to do it.
Okay.
Well, maybe Skippy's a burrowing owl.
I did go down that hole.
I could say, like, that's something you can research and maybe figure out, like, if there's a way for you to do that. I would say that's a bit of a higher level spell, like a higher level version of the spell, because right now you're plopping a building in empty space as opposed to an already occupied location.
Okay. I wish we had Asmodeus here.
Hmm?
Yeah, I know that wasn't his name, but I could not think of it. The drow.
Elzorna.
Elzorna, yes.
I thought you said Dr. Zaius.
No, I said Asmodeus.
It was like the demon. The demon lord.
Dr. Zare.
Did that have to
From
do with
Planet of the Apes.
accidentally being brought into a cult?
No,
What with Asmodeus being a demon lord or demon
no.
prince?
I thought he was the Lord of the Hells.
Yeah,
I
nine
think he
hells.
is, yeah. Devils.
Yeah, so Devil Lord. He's not just a Devil Lord, he is the Devil Lord.
The prince.
Basically, Satan.
Essentially.
And Skippy's just in there like, man, I really wish Satan was here right now. Skippy, we need to have a talk.
Satan in a brothel.
No, you don't marry Satan.
Yeah, Satan's not a commitment kind of guy.
So, are you napping? Are there going to be watches?
I mean, Dustin will, like, make a small camp. Well, no, we don't have any leaves or stick.
I can make a small campfire.
I mean, sure, but he's gonna try to, like, separate some, like, dirt so, like, the whole grassland doesn't catch on fire and create, like, a little welt for this fire to go in.
Yeah, Leaf has some experience in campfire making, so she's definitely gonna try to like get her hands on in this because she also doesn't want the entire field to just turn into fire.
Skippy is like, yeah, that would be bad, but look a little disappointed.
I'm also making sure that Temperance isn't looking that Skippy's about to do something with fire. So like I'm just gonna like walk over and like block her view from Skippy.
Yeah, Temperance will just shift to the side. Like, but he knows better.
Dustin will do like a
He's-
little
he's fine.
shuffle and just like block her vision again.
But really, I'm much more interested to keep track of whether or not we're being followed. Maybe just start a small fire. Maybe let the Druid start the fire.
Oh, I already started it.
Unfortunately, yes.
As long as you're not playing with it, that's fine.
Yeah, Skippy's just sitting there like, yeah, no, definitely not. But like staring at the fire.
1 minute later.
Yeah, Temperance is just like offering to take watch and basically doesn't like what this girl was subjected to, but is also eager to not be in charge of her care. Like, just wants to pass her off to people whose job it is to protect people like this.
Dustin will take watch with Temperance.
You could
Skippy.
give me perception. This will be for like the whole time because you're not in like a dangerous place. So you could either one person can roll the perception check with advantage, or both of you roll, however you decide to do.
I'd say you roll Temperance only because I would have disadvantage.
Why would you
Yeah,
have
that sounds good.
disadvantage?
He is exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so he crit failed on that race?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's what I said. My legs don't work after that, so I'm just crawling.
What's funny is you still almost did better than Ara.
Mm,
Temperance. Throughout the day, you're keeping watch, and at some point, you kind of feel like there might be somebody, or like something moving about, in this direction from you. Map-wise, it would be closer, but like this direction.
Are we exactly where we are, or did we move closer to Oakmarsh?
You are exactly where you are currently. But you say roughly probably in the edges of this hex area direction. It seems like there might be somebody out there, but nothing's moving, nothing's getting closer. They're there.
Okay. Around whatever camp that we have, Temperance is she'll start like stringing up little tiny pieces of metal or things that she's gathered on a string around. So basically the can thing around the whole camp. So if somebody steps in and for some reason they fall asleep.
It is the middle of the day.
And obviously I'll let, if it's still the middle of the day and everybody's awake, I'll let everybody know, like, hey, thought I saw somebody coming from this direction. If we're going out to, relieve ourselves or for other reasons, please don't go alone. Blah, blah, blah.
Buddy system.
So 8 hours will go by. Nobody does approach. It's around 5 or 6 at this point. Xanroar would be waking up. You feel more refreshed.
Finally. Now I can hopefully set up this thing right.
Good morning.
Well, he's still asleep.
Well,
Dustin would feel better at this point as well. You just needed
all right, cool.
you just needed the 8 hours to recoup that exhaustion point.
Is Shelby doing okay?
Yep. Fooded, watered, snoozed as well.
Leaf, were you planning on sleeping?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess Skippy's gonna read that.
Did Ara get up to anything?
Just reading the journals that we found, still trying to pour my way through them.
Skippy's gonna sit next to Ara and read.
Ooh, reading buddies.
Yeah, Leaf is just gonna like find a spot on the ground, with some nice comfy grass and find a rock to cuddle with and go to bed.
Dustin will take off Bartholomew and put it next to Leaf and be like, all right, here we go. All right. Now that you're with someone with nature, can you grow a little bit more, buddy? Just stay there.
Oh, I thought Bartholomew was your spear.
Hmm?
Wasn't your spear named Bartholomew?
No, my spear is named Clarence.
Oh, yeah.
What
Clarence the Lance.
is Bartholomew?
Is a like a fist-sized
Oh, big
bulb
Bartholomew.
of some sort.
Bulb?
Yes, a
Like a
plant
plant bulb?
bulb.
Yeah,
It was wrapped up, I believe, in at one point it was a shirt with dirt in it. I think they
Then
got
it was enough.
like a mug.
Then it, yeah, they put in like a jug that he put around his neck.
Yeah, he's been carrying this thing around with him. You've just seen like a jug of dirt around his neck and
I got a
shoulders.
jar of dirt.
I've got a
Heard.
jar. Yes.
Heard.
So there is a bulb in this jar of dirt.
Does he know, like, does Dustin know what this bulb is? Like, she's like, Leaf's just gonna look out at Dustin and be like, what is this? Do you know what this is?
It's my child. So it's still growing, but whenever Bertha gets growing, gets older, it's gonna turn into a wolf. And it's into a moss wolf. Basically a plant. That's a wolf.
Okay.
And
That's pretty cool.
I'm hoping with you, a nature person, if it's by you, maybe you'll feel more comfortable, and then it'll just start to grow.
Do you want me to talk to it?
Can you talk to it?
Yeah, I can talk to plants.
Oh my god. Dustin will do the like on his stomach, like feet up, and just like knuckles to his chin.
Yeah. I got a spell. I can talk to it if you want.
If you're able to, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna cast my speak to plants.
Let me read this again.
Heard.
Limited sentience and animation. The sense you get from this thing is that it is incredibly young. Do you ask it anything? It's there. It's young. It's kind of squeaky in your head.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of look at it, and I'm just gonna say, like, hey, little guy, how are you? How you doing? How you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling crisp? Feeling big? You're not, but you know, feel it, maybe become it. You know.
Feel hungry.
Oh.
Oh, that's scary.
It's hungry. Do you know how to feed it? Do you feed it, like, what do you? I'm just gonna go back at it, and what do you eat? Like, do you need like water or like fertilizer? Like, what do you need? Bone meal? I don't.
They're saying Minecraft.
Sorry, I was playing Minecraft before we got on this, so I'm like still in the Minecraft mind.
Oh, no worries.
Wait, is this not Minecraft?
Not yet.
It's not grown enough that it could actually move. It's still in the dirt. Um, you're getting a lot of like thirsty, hungry, hungry.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna look back at Dustin. I'm gonna say, do you know how to feed it? Because it just keeps saying thirsty and hungry. Like, I don't. What? Do you know what to do with that? I don't. I've never come across anything like this before, so this is like kind of new to me. Very exciting. Very odd, but yeah. Do you know what's going on?
DM, I remember that there was a book that Dustin and Skippy read on this.
It's a book that was found near where that cavern was that had the existing moss dogs that you slaughtered. You still have that book, but I don't recall you ever doing anything to the plant. You kept asking, is it doing okay? But I'm like, you have to actually do stuff to it.
It's hungry.
Give it water.
I'm gonna walk over.
Water.
I've been
water. Fresh dirt.
Okay. I remember I said I've watered it in the past. I never said I put any fresh dirt in it. I'm gonna flip through the book and gonna see if the dirt that's under us right now is good for the plant. As a farmer, I feel Dustin would know better about this.
Yes. It needs like nutrient-rich, damp soil, essentially. The soil here could be okay. It's hard to it's not like topsoil. It's not like stuff that like like as a farmer you would have compost. You would do all stuff to like actually create all the nutrients you need for like hardcore farming. This is natural land. So it's hard to tell, like, because there's no crops here. The grass is growing perfectly fine, so it's a good shot.
All right. I'm gonna take a little bit of dirt from the underground, at least enough so I can fill the inside of the jug, and pour a little water over. I need a new name. Someone give me a B name.
Bertha.
Bertha was already used. I need a new
Bradley.
one.
Beatrice.
Bertie.
Over a little bit over Brennably and a little bit on the
Billy Bob.
Bazinga. I'm gonna pour a little in the dirt, and just for now let that be, and then mark on my like somewhere, even if it's like on my body, that I need dirt for Bazinga.
Bazinga.
Okay, there was a message.
Yes, there was a message that was sent. Again to the same one. Why am I suddenly blanking on the name? Malik. Heading to Oak March would be easier to meet there. If not, we can meet on the road. Easier if I messaged Mara.
Says, can meet you at Oak Marsh. 3 days. At the spokes.
It's about 3 days for us too, right?
If you know where it is. Your map doesn't have any town names.
Right. So we can get to these guys here in 1 day. Should be able to learn where it is.
Would I know, because we were in Mnemoneris and we went to Everbright, would I know where the spokes is personally?
The spokes is kind of a big name. You probably like that's likely the way you went to get to Everbright. So you'd have an idea where it is. Like, you know that it's where all the roads converge. And they started it had a name once upon a time, but it was a caravanserai that turned into a town over time because of the location. It's kind of like the spokes of a wheel where everything meets up. So it's a good place for gossip. It's a good place to stop and rest for a couple days. So it would make sense that they went in that direction.
Would I know based on what I like that I went through the spokes and based on the map where I can point it out possibly?
Yeah,
I
like
know
it's
that
the
there's no
spokes is
name.
very obvious. It's like the point where all the roads converge.
And they said they're going to meet us at the spokes. Is that right?
No, that's where they are
Oh,
currently.
my bad. My bad. Okay. All right. So they're there, and he's going to point out on the map and put like a little circle. And do we think we're going to have time to get to Oak Marsh by the time they get there?
They said 3 days. So, do we know where Oak March is on the map? Or
Um,
Could we ask
people who
the
are
girl?
like Dustin, Temperance, and Skippy roll a history. I think that's what you would roll for this, or straight intelligence, whichever. Because I think one of you, I wrote something about Oak Marsh at the beginning of things.
Would nature be appropriate?
That
Because I'm
may have
trying to
been.
figure out where.
Yeah.
jeez.
Temperature might have like heard the name, but like you don't know where it is.
I would like it to be known that there is a room full of maps in the tower.
But how does that work exactly? Like, where do these maps come from, and how do you know what they're of? Like, how does your magic make them?
That is a good question. It's just part of the spell description. Telescope, an observatory's telescope, and maps of the night sky. So yeah, just stars.
Dustin, I think you would know that it's probably one of the two towns by the lakes here. But which one you're not sure. But you could like triangulate by like the time it would take someone to get to a town from the spokes. So you could be like, I'm pretty sure it's over here.
So
If you think he has like the intelligence to pull that off, but
considering that what I did before when I placed the marker and I ran my cursor everywhere until I landed on this bright purple beauty down there in Brightwood, Dustin will say it's one of these two towns I know for sure. Which one exactly? I don't know.
Wait, one of these two up here by the lake?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of these two, and we're gonna point the two out without the names on them. Be like, I don't know which one. It's your guess.
Well, we'll probably have to go to the caravanserai anyways, so we can simply ask there. Maybe find a map more detailed.
Well, it kind of looks like we would have to go through one to get to the other anyways. I mean, unless we wanted to go around one. But that wouldn't make much sense.
We can go to the first caravanserai. We can probably reach it by nightfall. Or no, it's already nightfall. So we'll probably reach it by morning.
it's around 5-6.
Yeah, we can probably make it by dawn.
Right.
I'll let him know that we can probably get there in 3-4 days. By the way, was there any response to the "should I be messaging Mara" bit?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I'll expend my my last third level, and can be there within 3 to 4 days. Look forward to seeing the both of you.
Skippy says hi. Tomorrow.
Skippy says hi to Mara.
Just Mara, rude. We'll see you then. Expect hugs.
I love them so much.
Xanroar doesn't mention that last bit, but you see him kind of shudder. They're excited to see us, although it's only been a few days. Maybe a week.
A little over a week.
Alright, well, should we start getting a move on, everybody?
Let's go.
Did they say what? They said the name of a tavern at Oak March, if I remember. What was it again?
The Swinging Sword.
Okay,
And,
cool. I'm already
Liam said that you can't miss it.
right. Perfect.
Who's Liam?
Spellhammer.
Spellhammer. You don't know about that.
Oh, okay. I thought this is where we're meeting the two lovelies.
Oh, it is where we're meeting the two lovelies, but Liam told me about the swinging sword, but you don't know he told me about
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay. Tracking.
Lee.
So
are we going through the night? Oh, sorry.
Did we want to continue going? I'm not sure how late you guys, because I know Sin had to work in the morning. Are you good for now?
I probably would need to go soon. I could hang around for another like 15 minutes, but
Okay, like I was just wondering if
Maybe
you wanted
start
to.
some travel, and then just end when Sin has to go.
Sure. You could travel. Whoever is driving, or I guess whoever wants to really, can roll for your evening's adventures.
I did last time, so whoever would like to take it now is welcome.
All
I
my
haven't rolled
things.
in a while.
Yeah, all my rolls have been bad today, so I'm not doing it.
It's been a while since I've rolled. And I'm out of third level spell slots, so hopefully nothing too bad comes.
Yeah.
That's my revivify.
Okay.
Should I go up?
Yeah. Let me put you here.
Okay.
You do get a Who's awake? Is that everyone's awake currently? Because most people slept.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, whoever
Not
would
Skippy.
be, like on being the lookout, I would like perception checks. Who would?
Dustin would be driving, so probably not him.
Temperance would be looking out, I think.
Leaf
I'd
would probably
probably be-
also, because she likes to sit in the back of the carriage and just kind of like dangle her feet and look around.
Me too.
Wow.
It's exactly how Ara's sitting.
We're big in the small.
Yeah, Xanroar is just focusing on some designs.
Dustin is doing like a sick beat in his head.
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
If anyone rolled perceptions, they haven't come through yet. There's one.
18. Ooh.
So the two of you, Temperance, you notice it first, but Leaf, you pick up on it like a moment later, that off in the distance behind you there is some sort of movement on the horizon. It's difficult to see in the dark, unless you, like, even if you have dark vision, it's far out. Like, it's pretty far out.
Far out.
But
Far out, man.
far out behind you.
Yeah, Leaf is like, as Leaf sees this, she's just gonna kind of like squint really, really hard and look over at Ara and be like, "Do you see that?
I do indeed see that.
What is that? What I can't see a damn thing. What the hell is that?"
I don't know. It's do you think we should be worried about it?
No, maybe. Maybe.
You make the call. You spotted it.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna look over. Like, I'm gonna kind of look over behind my, look over my shoulders. But does anybody see that, or am I just crazy, or both?
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots.
Center will look over.
I'm totally not worried,
It's like
but are others?
tiny shape on the horizon.
Could I possibly use this to roll an investigation to maybe try and put together what the shapes might be? Like, we go on horses
Sure.
or a cart or
What?
big sword.
I thought that said I for death, and I got real confused.
No, that's
Yeah,
Aura's
that's it.
skill.
Wow.
Oh!
Temperance gets out her glasses.
I don't even have to give you guidance.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
So you narrow your eyes and hunker down and you look and you're able to tell that it is someone riding on something. There's only one.
Someone riding on something, you said?
Yes. Like the way it's moving. Like
But it's only
it's a
one.
bobbing. It's just one.
You
Okay.
know, it's one person. I'm totally not worried.
Do we have any light, like, on the cart or anything?
Does anyone have any arrows?
I
Is there
do.
moonlight out right now?
Yeah,
You
it's
need a
it's
lamp.
like moon and stars. The weather's been fine. There's a little bit of clouds, but not enough that would really hinder. So it's not like daylight bright, but like you can see like around you.
Okay. Temperance will be like, who was talking about making that fog before in town? Might be a little more natural looking out here. Help us to hide. Because that's definitely a person, and they're definitely riding, I think, towards our direction.
I don't know if we can hide per se.
Just mean block their vision of us. I mean, they clearly have the advantage because they're, alone, going faster and, up at a height, I assume, from
Can we
us.
can we let them?
There's no
back-
height. Like you're on a grasslands.
Okay.
Like you could just tell that there's a shape
I mean,
bobbing.
it's one person, and there's like 6 of us, I think.
Why
Like,
don't
why
we
don't we just let them come?
let them catch up a little bit?
It's not so much the threat that the one person presents. It is the if they don't return, what else may be coming looking for them. It's the following of us in general that has me nervous because at some point we will be dropping her off and cannot completely guarantee her safety or the safety of those that we're, tying into her story.
I mean,
You all seem unworried.
if this person is gone, then I mean, they won't have anyone back to report to, and they wouldn't know where they went to.
We're not murdering him, if that's what you're thinking.
I've never said to murder.
I
I
mean,
just
if
said
he's
she was
here,
gone.
if he's here trying to hurt Shelby, right? That's her name, right? The girl that we're
That's the
talking about.
horse.
That's
Sarah.
the horse, Sarah. If she's trying to hurt Sarah, then this person can catch these hands because he's not touching her. So, I say I'm not worried about it. I'd say let him. I would invite him to try. Okay.
To be
My
fair,
point was not that this person is a threat to the many of us. I just mean if they don't show up, either back with her or with one of us or something at some point. I am sure there is somebody that would follow up on the disappearance of this person or would know that they met their demise and come after them.
And we would be long gone.
Just seems like very sloppy work to not be concerned about somebody chasing us. But sure, go ahead.
All right, let's take it to a vote. Who thinks we should let this guy come, and who thinks we should go forward and either try to get him off our trail, or have him follow for a little while?
I'd say the best way is to avoid conflict altogether at this point.
How many of us are there currently, including Sarah?
7.
So I'll stay out of this, so it's an even vote.
Well, Skippy's sleeping, so.
But
Alright.
you need an uneven vote to make sure it doesn't end in a deadlock.
Well, that's true. Shelby,
You
what
guys-
do you think? Shelby? No, nothing. All right.
As much as I'm raring for something interesting, I do agree with the assessment that we should try to avoid conflict.
Okay,
So
that's
what do you
one.
propose we do then?
If he approaches, we'll simply have to. Well, if he is approaching and tries to take her, we can simply knock them out.
Or we can do the fog, and we can see if we can head as far as we can without them seeing us. Or we can cut a left or cut a different direction as they're in the fog.
We are next to hills, so.
We are next to hills.
Yes, that's all I was proposing. Lose them. Lose them. They have the home advantage. I mean, we don't know this land as well as they do, clearly, if they're moving that fast and coming from their own town. But with our magic powers and hills, we can lose them easily.
I'm gonna poke Skippy. Hey, Skip?
5 more minutes.
Skip, I need you right now, and then I can let you sleep all you want.
Skippy's gonna, like, sit up with his, like, hairs kind of, or feathers kind of, like, pushed up on the side of his face from bedhead. What do you want?
Are you able to create that fog that you were able to do before? We have a person chasing us.
Okay. And Skippy's gonna, like, just hop to the back of the cart and cast fog. Oh wait, hold on. I need to figure out what this. What does it do at higher level? Higher levels.
Increased
By
radius.
20 feet. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So yeah. So this is gonna be because I'm sleeping. 30. Yeah. So this is going to be 60 feet of fog.
No,
Or
120.
feet. Oh my gosh. No, wait. No. That's how far I can cast it away from me, right?
Yeah, but if you're casting it at what level are you casting it at?
3rd.
Yeah, then it should be 60-foot radius, right? 120
Yeah.
feet.
20,
Oh, is it
20.
radius?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 120 feet.
So a big area.
Yes.
We could use that to try to duck into the hills and hide for.
Well, once that fog starts to spread, I'm gonna take Shelby and like pull her towards the hills direction to our left, and try to head for the hills.
Let's do a group stealth roll, or
Oh, because that went so well.
no, but you would have advantage because of the fog.
Okay.
Cause
Alright.
yes.
So just straight for me and Dustin and our clanky armor.
Yeah.
I'll guide myself.
Well, would your clinky armor be a factor on cart?
That's true.
And
Either
this is-
way,
Everyone roll straight. It will be a
Oh.
straight roll. Okay.
20.
So
28.
we got 1, 2.
So is that just a d20 then?
Yeah, with your stealth bonus.
You poke the stealth button.
Okay, yeah, I
yeah,
already
you
did.
already got it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
You
okay.
got a 6.
So you
Yeah, I
make
did
it
great.
off into.
Hey, I got a 4.
We're doing great.
You make it up into the hills, using the fog as cover. How long does it last for? Up to an hour. It spreads out across the ground slowly. There's no wind. There's like a bit of a breeze every so often because it is a flat area, so like the fog will eventually just keep spreading until it dissipates. You are in the hills. I would say like you're like right there-ish. What do here?
I would say continue along. I'm gonna try this trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dip into the hills and then go back out.
Okay.
Try to avoid actually going up because we don't want to like
Give
like
off where we're going.
spotlight ourselves by being on the peak of a hill.
Well, we're headed towards Oakmarsh, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And this person was like what, like over here or something like that?
Technically, 3 hexes is 1 day's worth of travel, so that's how many miles? 30 miles, I think. So they're like you could see them because this is flat land, but they're not 30 miles away, you know? Like some miles back, but not that far.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want, we could pause here and pick up next Saturday at 7. And
Yes, and I will remember this time.
Don't lie.
Oh my god, stop.
daring
She was
adventure.
playing Minecraft. That's more important.
Yeah, I was trying to
Okay.
set up my witchery stuff, thank you very much. So that was kind of important.
What's a witchery?
I use mods, and one of the mods is witchery, and it's tight. It's just a bunch of magic stuff.
Cool.
That's dope.
It's toy.
Nice.
Yeah, when I get my PC, I'm gonna try to play all the games.
All
Play
those
RuneScape.
games.
I will not play RuneScape.
Play RuneScape.
Don't play RuneScape.
I'm
Play-
not.
Don't-
Play
don't.
WoW.
Play RuneScape.
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 No.
RuneScape
Play-
Squad.
Mitsu!
World of Warcraft.
I'm just gonna sit over here with my persona.
Let's compromise. How about the Disney MMO Toontown or whatever it's called?
Oh my god.
You know
Oh
what?
my
You've sold
God.
me.
That game.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
There's
they-
a Disney MMO?
Yes.
I
It
missed
was
this.
so good. Also, there's a company that's like remaking all the old MMOs, and they put out Pirates Online last summer, and it is so good.
Oh my god. I miss Toontown.
Now
Dude,
all we need is for
Toontown was
Club
so
I
Penguin
never
to come back.
played.
I heard Quebec.
I said all
What
we need
about
is for
Quebec?
Club Penguin to come back.
Dude.
There's apparently Club Island now.
Is that like
Isn't that just Animal
Key
Crossing?
West?
Yeah, it is just Animal Crossing.
Oh, we called it.
Oh, speaking of which, Animal Crossing's so good. Oh god.
I have a
Oh
Switch,
yeah,
but I
my
refuse to
roommates have
spend the
been
$60.
going crazy over it.
We want to get a Switch Lite just to play it.
I don't see the appeal. If I want to go fishing, I'll just go freaking do that, or like.
No,
love
it's
Minecraft.
not about that. It's about incremental success that means nothing and looks cute.
I can
That's
do
my
that in
life.
Minecraft. I
Then
don't
that's-
need to buy another game for that.
You can do that in
That's
WoW.
actually so
and then play with
true.
me.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I know, I
talking
just-
about.
Or play RuneScape and have the same thing.
World of
RuneScape.
Warcraft is basically just Animal Crossing,
Play
but you
RuneScape.
know, better storyline.
RuneScape.
Play RuneScape.
RuneScape.
But yes, and so I've just been getting back into it, and I'm already re-addicted, and it's
Are
Are
bad.
we
you
still
doing
streaming?
retail or classic?
Retail.
Are we still streaming?
We are.
Oh,
All right,
I
well,
ha-
everybody out there, World of Warcraft, best game.
He
Hit me
needs
up.
Not
to
Animal
say
Crossing.
RuneScape.
RuneScape.
we are not sponsored.
Jagex, if you want to throw a
You know
sponsor, though.
We're trying to get sponsored.
Skippy's gonna sponsor this one. This one's sponsored by Skippy.
Sponsored by RuneScape.
Wow, that's useless.
If we get
This one-
sponsored first, it's Raid Shadow Legends we get.
Ah,
Amino.
Skippy's word of the day is superior. An example of superior is World of Warcraft or RuneScape.
hold on, let me look up Battle for Azeroth reviews real quick.
don't know, I
I
haven't-
think you just lost there.
I haven't gotten into any of that content, but all I can say is the cinematic in the start was pretty boss. So
When I was playing last summer with like first starting to play WoW with my friend, we were leaving the Night Elf starting zone, and I was walking through the Scar, and I had played Hearthstone, and I was joking. I was like, "Haha, did Deathwing roll through?" And he's like, "Actually, yes, that's exactly what happened." It was my shining moment of World of Warcraft,
is
and then I
literally-
quit.
Too soon.
Yeah, no.
Hearthstone's so dope.
I'm actually
Hearthstone
like
was the
having
tits.
It's
Hearthstone
the
was pretty
tits.
great. Or is
I've never played Hearthstone.
It's
this
so
is like
good.
magic, but
It's like magic
Wow.
for like your
It's a WoW themed.
yeah.
I know what it is. My roommates play it, so.
I want to
Sounds
play
like a lot.
Magic again.
Okay.
I never got
Magic's
into it.
insane.
I'm going to end the stream here. as
Bye
we are
stream,
about
play
to
RuneScape.
Farewell,
Buenos
stream.
noches,
play all the
streamer.
MMOs. We love you. Good
Do it.
night.
Good luck.
But